and growing and developing and maturing. So I just thank God for it. And I don't think any woman can stand up and say she has been loved, respected, and cared for more than my husband has loved, protected, cared for, and met all of my needs.
All right, Papa Joe.
I'm happy. That's what we are.
All right, Papa Joe.
All right.
All right. God love it.
You about to be quiet because he be saying, I'll be glad when this meeting over so we can go.
You know what? And that's just such a great example. I mean, you guys need to have your own TV show. You really do. Your own reality show. Because, see, we don't see enough of love like that, you know? Long-lasting and enduring love, you know? And that's amazing, you know?
Think about it because, like, we're coming around, and I've said to many other people, and I continue to think about it. I think that, say, for instance, couples who have had lasting marriages, many should get together. And
Yes.
it should be a constant sharing with others because when we talk about our youth, we can't just talk about it.
Right.
We have to talk about some solutions. And so when we see problems, all of us need to say, okay, what can we do? And I think that in churches or wherever, it should be some sharing so people can know how.
Exactly.
Just like you were driving, you're not gonna go out there driving a car and you haven't had it driving, trained and don't have some license. Somebody gonna get you for that, so
You know?
that's what I'm thinking about.
But it's, you know what, and that's something that when we talk about discipline and all that, you know, if it doesn't start at home, if you don't show love, and you know, and you don't have to really do a lot to your kids if you're showing love in your home.
Yes.
Your kids will see that and they'll appreciate that. You know what I'm trying to say? And they'll want the same thing when they go through their life process.
They're gonna copy.
Yeah.
They're gonna speak what they see. And so if we are, with the love picture, if we're modeling what should be in them, they're gonna pick that up.
Right.
When they going otherwise, they say, yeah, you said it, you did it.
You know, and all you gotta do is go into the school systems and see the little girls who just lost, you know, because they don't see a good mother figure. And the little boys. And one of the things I say all the time is, I was at the education NEA thing here when they had it a couple of years ago. Our little boys, they brought something up at that conference, and I said, you know, our little black boys, if they don't find an interest in school by the time they're in the 4th grade, they're probably gonna drop out.
Yeah. And then they already decide how many
Yeah.
people go to jail.
You know, if you don't, if they look, you know, our little boys are, they smart, but they find school boring by the 4th grade, they ain't gonna wanna go to school no more. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
My name's Melody, and I feel good today.
Okay.
My name is Bobby, and I'm doing wonderful.
My name is Quentin. I had a real good weekend, Mother Bessie. I spent a little time with my daughters, my grandbaby. Then before we ate dinner, we said a little prayer, and then I went around the table, and everybody said what they were thankful for. And I really enjoyed that.
Good.
So I really had a good weekend.
You were AWOL yesterday.
Well, that was working yesterday.
No.
We missed you.
Yeah, I know.
AWOL is absence without leave. My name is JB and I'm doing fantastic.
And I'm James, and I feel blessed, I feel enlightened, and I feel very optimistic about everything. Well, okay, so JB and Mom Bessie, this is their day to double team us. And you know, I'm glad it is on tape. Are we taping this?
Yeah.
Oh, it is on tape, so those who don't get who aren't here can get to see it, you know, if they go to the computer, you know, and look at it. But I'm not even sure what you guys have put together, but go ahead and do what you guys got to do.
Well, this is the month of healthy relationships. And a lot of times when we think about healthy relationships, we always think about partnering up with someone. But that is expanded. I mean, we talk about family, we talk about work relationships, we talk about neighbors. All that. When you go to the grocery store, the bank, those are relationships that we build. And I'll tell people sometimes, when I become a member of a bank or whatever, I just as well want to get to know them as well as they want to know my money, you know? So that it makes a difference when you could call there and they know that's you because of your voice. And they could do things for you when normally they won't do it,
Exactly.
you know, because of the fact that they have protocols and things, but just by building that relationship. Well, today, we have something that's kind of humorous from Sanford and Son. That's going to be Grady, Lamar, and then Grady's cousin Emma. They're going to look at Larry.
Do I know Emma?
I don't know, we're about to see Emma. But anyway, what we want to do is to observe this. And then acknowledge, do you see other people? Do you see yourself?
Oh,
And then
response.
look at little things that you can see they could have done differently to build a better relationship. And the thing is, see, a lot of us have roommates, or we've had roommates, or we've had people to stay with us, even if it's for a weekend. So you look at all these things and how we relate, because it could change the way we relate at a later time in any of these areas that we might be involved in, whether it's personal relationship with someone intimately, or if it's through work or family or business.
Or it's even a relationship the mother has with the child before she be born out of her body.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
They got things now where you can sing to your baby. You heard
Oh, yeah.
some on TV.
Oh,
And what else? Let me see what else. You can hear the baby heartbeat. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, well, with no further ado, let's just watch and pay attention to details, little things, little subtle things that that's gonna happen here. Oh, I think I turned off the sound.
That'll sleep out in the street, and besides, your conscience will keep you awake all night. Yeah, well, that's better than your snoring keeping me awake. I snore? Yes, you snore, and you suck your teeth. Okay, all right, I promise I won't suck my teeth. You're doing it right now, baby. What's in here? Sucking your teeth. Well, if I suck them now, I won't suck them in my sleep. Grady. Grady. You're sucking your teeth again. How could I be sucking my teeth when I was sleeping? Well, you're sucking them in your sleep. Now move over. You're trying to hog up this whole bed. I'm over as far as I can go. I don't want to be too near those toenails. What them things last anyway? This is like sleeping with Fu Manchu. I never should have agreed to go along with this in the first place, and that's what I get for being Mr. Nice Guy. Just think of the nice breakfast we're going to have in the morning. The blueberry muffins, the scrambled eggs, the sausage. I mean, what is it? You hear that?
That's cousin Emma. No.
It sounds like a plane taking off. We are near the airport, aren't we? That plane ain't taking off, it's landing. And it landed in my room. It's a DCM. Oh, that's because she's in there sleeping on her back. You want to go in there and roll over on her stomach? No, I don't want to go in there and roll over her stomach. Come on, you're like you're a single trainer. Just close your eyes and go to sleep. How am I supposed to sleep with that roaring going on in there? Well, just try and forget it. I mean, do like me. Just think about the nice breakfast we're going to have in the morning.
She snored, he sucked in his teeth.
New Superstar Mascara by L'Oreal. Super Dramatic Lashes, 1. Primer thickens to the max. Super volumized, 2.
I had to take the commercials out. But I recorded it. So we all see so far, how even just staying with someone.
I know
The
that.
Falls State Gospel Super Fest, a holiday special, Sunday, November 22nd.
Now that you know it's not easy living with people.
Exactly.
Morning, Mama.
Praise
Good
God.
morning, Cousin. You feel all right?
No, I don't, now that you ask. I didn't sleep a wink last night.
You didn't, huh?
Not a wink.
Well, it must be a giant cockroach up in your room.
Ignoring
I'm gonna
yourself.
fix breakfast like I promised.
Cousin, you sure you feel up to it
Of
now?
course I feel up to it. You just wait right out here. I'll have it ready.
Y'all don't know anybody like that, I know.
I'm going down to dine and get some breakfast. I don't want to be around here to see this. Now, wait a minute, come on, man. Just give her a chance. This is her first time in a strange house. Grady, she ain't in no condition to do nothing, man. She'll probably fall in the sink.
Oh, no, she'll be all right. Just give her a minute.
Y'all notice Lamar, he knows what's going on, but you see how Grady, how he's acting like he don't see
I'm
nothing.
so sorry, but it just slipped right on through my hand. You see, I get these dizzy
I
spells.
know, man. Just come on over here and sit down.
Well, I'll sit here till I get over my dizzy spell. And then I'm going to fix you both a nice breakfast.
Hey, well, maybe you really don't feel up to it. So why don't you just let me fix breakfast, all right?
Well, no, that wouldn't be fair. I don't want to be no trouble, and I said I'd do it, but if you insist on fixing the breakfast, it's right on.
Now, Lamont and I can handle it. Lamont will help me. Won't you, Lamont? I'm going down. Thanks for helping me, Lamont. We'll take care.
Well, I'll let you do that, but then you both clear out the kitchen so I can do the dishes and the cleaning and fix you a nice big supper.
You know, Emily, you see, I'm in charge here, so I don't ever leave anyway.
Well, you just be in my way, so you just clear out after you finish the breakfast.
Whatever, you
No
know.
black step out.
Well, where you going now, Emily?
Going back to my bedroom until breakfast is ready. I want to be good and rested for my day's work. Call me when it's ready.
You wanna know what I think? I think your cousin Emma is a gold brick. Oh, no, don't say that. She just got to get used to the place, that's all. She's not gonna be here that long. The only good thing about this whole mess is that you get a chance to go out on the truck with me. Oh, no, I can't lift no heavy stuff now. So don't expect too much. You and your cousin Emma, y'all can't lift nothing, but you sure know how to throw it around. Yeah, I feel sorry for her. That's what happens when they go through the change. You mean the change of life? No, change it from Chicago to Los Angeles. I'm telling you, ladies, if your cousin Emma don't have no supper ready, I'm personally gonna go in there.
But you notice that's all they've been talking about all day. So you see how if something's constantly
Do you
bothering you, you need to deal with it.
Yes, but they're coming from Julio's house. I'm telling you, if she don't have no supper ready, I'm not gonna put up with this. I don't think because she's not in the kitchen. You know what I think? I think she's upstairs in bed. I bet you she spent the whole day in bed. Oh, no, now Emma wouldn't do anything like that. Emma! Emma!
Gracious says.
Is your cousin Emma a gold brick or is she a gold brick? I knew it. I knew it the first day she walked through that door that she was going to be trouble. Yeah, I wonder if she's really sick. Come on, Grady, you're not buying all of this. Man, you don't believe she's stringing us along? Well, you know, old women like that have things wrong with them. Maybe she's got a gallbladder. She's got both, gall and bladder. But mostly she's got gall. I want her out of this house today, Grady Wilson. You got that today.
Hi, Grady. Hi, Lamont. I'm so sorry. But I began feeling bad.
Was it another dizzy spell?
No. I was putting on my dress and my hip went out. And now I'm walking crooked. Oh, but I'll be fine in the morning. I'm going to fix you a nice big breakfast. You like pancakes strawberry seed?
Emma, look, you know
And Grady's starting to see it.
As a matter of fact, why don't you just sit down over here and just take it easy and we'll get something ready.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure, Emma.
Well, I do it, but I'm still a little dizzy. The room is spinning around.
No, Lamont, just take it easy, Emma, Lamont. But I just get in the kitchen out. Brady, you don't worry about it. Say, Ryan. Hush. Now, son, I didn't see it at first, but now I see it. I see it all. Well, I sure wish you showed it to me. Now, you see, she's a relative, so I gotta be a little subtle. I have to sort of ease into it. Well, why don't you ease on out into the living room and tell him to ease the hell out of here? Well, no, that's not subtle enough. I got another idea.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I
GB?
can't help you.
GB.
Oh, but you just wait and see a big breakfast I'm gonna fix you in the morning.
Well, your hip seems to be okay now, Cousin Emma.
Well, I can sit straight, but I walk crooked.
Cousin Emma, Lamont and I were in the kitchen there trying to figure out what we were going to have for supper. Now, how would you like fried chicken wings and rice and roti?
Oh, that sounds fun.
Or maybe you'd like to go Italian. Veal parmesan and spaghetti.
Sounds good.
Let's see, what else? Hey, Grady, what's the matter with you? I don't know, Lamont, but I think I get it. I think we've been out on the truck again. Oh, no, not again. That's twice this month. Lamont, I'm sure I got it.
What you got?
It's a jump man's hit to the Hong Kong eye. You got it. That means I got it too.
It's the Hong Kong eye.
Boy, it's a disease that you get from working around the junkyard. And it's very contagious. Very contagious. But you don't have to worry. As long as you don't touch anything that we touch. You see these hives breaking out of my arm here? Oh, my God! What are you gonna do what we do? You gotta take a hot vinegar bath and scrub yourself all over with pillow pad. That's what I said to Caroline now. When you're through, really talk to me. You can take one after I get through. You haven't started this spread yet. Hey, that was pretty good, Grady. You think she went for it? I don't know, but we'll know in a few minutes. I think I hear in your room now. Well, I hope she's going in the back. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Shh, I hear her now. I hear her. Now she sounds like she's running downstairs. Did you hear the front door open and close? No, it sounds like she's going in the kitchen. Oh, Lamont. You know what? Now, she's a true wolf. She might just be coming through in a pinch. What? You know, some people are like that. They can't get going unless there's a crisis. You know, like Nixon. You see what he's doing there? Let's get downstairs and see if she's in the kitchen. Okay. Emma! Emma! She's gone! She must be going. I got to hand it to you. We did it. Yeah. Well, you know, I come up with a goodie every now and then. Yeah, okay. Well, now we can have our stuff. Good idea. How about some fried chicken wings and rice roti? Rice roti? Yeah, chicken wings. Hey, the fried chicken wings and rice roti is gone. I think she took chicken wings and rice roti. She did what? Yeah. Well, what the heck, man? Look, man, it was worth it. At least we got rid of it, didn't we? Yeah. That's right. What's the matter with you, Grady? I don't know. I'm beginning to itch. Well, stop, because you're making me itch. You think maybe we really got what? The jump man's itch. Grady, we made that up, man. It don't exist. Yes. Well, where you going?
Upstairs to take a bath.
What are y'all's thoughts?
Oh, so.
They weren't talking about the kissing game. They were talking about having sex.
Well, that was just like watching the odd show.
It's one more small piece that they're going to show to end it.
This is my cousin. Cousin Lorraine. And Cousin Lorraine's gonna be staying with us for a little while, right, Cousin Lorraine?
Then you say, baby.
You know, if you can have a cousin stay with you, then so can I. Oh, can I talk to you for a minute? Oh, sure. Excuse me, Cousin Lorraine. You know, I thought we had learned our lesson from that. You know, that
Good
experience
point,
we
good
had
point.
with Cousin Emma, and she couldn't do anything. Now, maybe it'll happen again. Oh, no chance, Grady. No. Well, why not? Show him what you do best, Cousin Lorraine. Oh, well, why don't you go on back in the kitchen, Grady? Oh, wait a minute now. That ain't no cousin. You can't fool me. I know a cousin when I see one, and that ain't no cousin.
All right. Okay. Do y'all think Grady learned his lesson?
Yep.
Now, think of James. You gonna say something?
Oh no, I'm just saying it's like watching the odd couple.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. They had a relationship, nephew and uncle. Okay. And they were living together, Lamont and Grady. Now, do you see, just staying with two people, you have your issues.
Right.
Then Grady wanted to bring a third person in without even talking to Lamont. So you see, so when we talk about healthy relationships, a lot of us have been through some of the same. It was funny, went through some of the same thing. And the stuff that we've been through, when we look back on it, we laugh sometimes. And we too, just like when they finally got rid of her, you know, did y'all see what they had to do? Because she won't changing, was she?
Must been moved.
She won't changing, and in my face, it kept getting worse and worse. From her hip, to her back, to her head, to her dizziness. But all the time she was promising, I'm gonna make you a big, I'm gonna make you a big old dinner.
She was what did you say? She was a gold digger. What was it?
A gold brick.
Gold digger, yeah.
So the thing is this. How many times people say, well, I'm going to pay you on payday. Oh, I'm going to pay you a week after payday. Oh, I'm going to pay you 2 weeks after payday. And then we don't see it. And then all of a sudden, when we finally get to a point where we're like, enough's enough, you know, we have to be careful because sometimes it turns into fights, this and that, but it don't have to. And that's what this is all about, is that Maya Angelou said this. She says, when someone show you who they really are, believe them the first time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So many times we try to be nicey. No, I tell a lot of Christian brothers and sisters, they need to man up and woman up and get a little tougher. Use tough love. Because what happens is we aid and abet people and we make their situation even worse.
Right.
By giving them everything they want. Oh yeah, they'll speak highly of us. You give them, you know, a little piece of money. You give them something to eat. You give them some food. You think you're doing good.
Right.
Because that's a good deed. But all the time, they're not doing what they're supposed to do to get that and make sure they got it.
So you just aiding them?
You're enabling them. You're enabling them to continue, if not with you, with somebody else. But as soon as you tell them, look, I ain't got it today. See if they stay, see if they cuss you out, see if they still talk nice about you.
And the person, I believe truthfully that you don't need to be giving people anything anyway.
Right, Dr.
I mean, think about it. Why do we give? We got to search our own hearts about why we give. And a lot of times we know better than what we're doing. But we give anyway, only to disappoint ourselves, because they're not going to disappoint us, we disappoint ourselves. because we knew in the first place we shouldn't have did it. See, we take the blame off of us and give it to somebody else when we really need to look back at ourselves.
Yes.
And see, why did I do this in the first place? You know, and I do that with my kids especially. And JB, I got my son when he was here. One of the things I don't put up with, I put up, and that's another, you need to know your tolerance level. If you don't know how much you can tolerate, then you don't get involved with too much of anything. Because see, a surprise will take you emotionally out. To be surprised will take you out emotionally. And I told my son, these are my standards for living in my house. Now, I come home one day, and he done cooked this meal, and dishes are in the sink like he had fed a whole army. He goes back there and lay down in his room. And see, I got a dishwasher, so as you cook, you can put stuff, when you finish with it, put it right in the dish. Daddy, I'm gonna do it later on. There ain't no later on. Later on is right now. You got to know, and you don't let people get away with that. JB had a person staying in his house one time, and I'm just gonna say this because this is an incident that I know about. And this person did something that, and it was obvious they did it. You know what I'm trying to say? But they went around Joe's barn trying to look like it was not their fault. And I know he agonized over that. I know he did. Because he knew, just by the behavior and the mannerisms, this person had done it. But this person, how do you go and tell somebody, because you didn't see it, you just know based on what your experience has been, that they did it. So how do you tell somebody, you did it? You don't have to say anymore. I understand. How do you tell somebody, I understand? When they want to continually tell you they didn't do something.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's hard.
But you know, that situation, one of the things it did do was it broke the ice for us to talk truthfully to each other. In other words, my even sharing with them, it opened up that door. And see, like I said, a lot of times you're always talking nicey, everything's good. But what happens if that turns around? Like I know Mama and Papa Joe can easily tell us stories that over these 50-something years that it hasn't always been angels playing a harp over their beds at night, you know? So my point is that Larry laughed. so the thing is that I was over the fact of what they did, but it was just the fact that they were acting so juvenile. Like, you know, I get a call, they're saying, do you smell anything when you left? I'm like, I smelled some oil where I put oils in the bottles and all. And they got curious, so they went up checking out, this is my theory, they're checking out the bottles and all. And then when they checked it out, they accidentally dropped it. Or either put it back up there and it hit the other bottles so it broke. So, and there was some sesame seed oil that had ran all down the thing and was on the stove. And so I asked him, I said, well, how did it get there, or where's it coming from? Well, I don't know. I said, well, are you looking? Well, I don't see anything. I said, well, open up the cabinet. Well, I don't see nothing. And there was a stool there that he could have stood up on and looked. So when I get home, and I opened it up and I said, the bottle's cracked. She said, well, you taller than me. You know, and at that point, I was like a mom. You know, I'm like a mom. It's like, you know, it don't take, I mean, a 5-year-old could have said, Mommy, look inside the cupboard. It must be running out of there. You know, and they acted like they couldn't look. So, and my thing is, it really made me concerned because suppose it was something more serious.
Right.
If that's really how they are, you know, you'll be acting and doing stuff like that over something. But the thing is like your hand got caught in the cookie jar. And, you know, it's that age-old thing when, like the story of Adam and Eve, when God said, "Where art thou?" They hid, you know, and then they blamed everybody else. You know, it's that same thing. Whenever we're caught, we want to quickly deny. Oh, I didn't do it. Nope, that won't be. Clinton. Nope, I didn't do nothing. Oh, yes, I did do something. I apologize. You know. So anyway, it's there in building relationships. Again, we have to toughen up some. And, and deal with it, deal with situations respectfully, but at the same time, don't let someone just drag you through. Like some people say this, they throw PP in your face and tell you it's raining. And they expect you to believe it. You see? So, and people will do that. So again, some of us are more passive than others, but somehow we still have to learn how to not let people just run over us.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, so I really appreciate this because I had gotten out of not so good relationship, and I takes on a roommate. And so then my roommate, plates, everything right there. And so then something of mine got missing. And I said, well, look, you need to leave. I'm gonna get somebody to kill you.
You said that?
They did.
They did, oh.
I said,
Because you told them to leave, okay.
And I said, ooh, wait a minute.
You should stay here.
So I left. I left and came back home the next day. I began. That's when I got hit in my eye. But anyway, like you're saying,
It's not worth all that.
people, it's just, you got to just, so I learned my lesson. I just can't, I'm not going to just say, okay, you come on and help me and I help you. I can't do that because you don't know what mind frame they in. I ask them, okay, they look at what they want to look at. They used to look at TV. I go to bed about 8 o'clock. Then they getting up, looking at TV all night. I'm a morning person. When I get up, I don't want to look at the news. I want to look at this. I'm sitting then have the remote. That's okay. So really, this incident with my eye, that's one thing. But then that just made me move. So I got rid of the whole shebang. And learn and just can't take help nobody.
Sad part about it sometimes is, as adults, we don't know how to separate being alone and feeling lonely. And there's a difference there, you know what I'm trying to say? I was talking to my mom about that because I said, 81 years old, she's home by herself a lot, and all that. I said, Mom, so are you alone? Lonely? She said, no, I've never been a lonely person. She said, because I got too much to keep me busy. I got 26 grandchildren. She said, I got my own interest in everything, and whatever they are, they're her interests. But I think sometimes we take on stuff because we believe that being alone it's lonely, means being lonely. And that means that you haven't tapped into your own resources yet. You haven't tapped into who you are yet to figure out, okay, I got enough in my life to keep me busy. Well, I don't have to worry about having other people crowd my life. And when you invite people in, you at least have a better understanding of the type of people that you get along with, work with. You see what I'm saying? But you got to go through some, of course we all have those trials and errors where we go through the period of getting to know the type of people we like being around, the kind of tolerance I got for certain things. Because when I was growing up, I thought my uncle was the worst person on earth because when I took a shower, I figured the shower coming down, water go down the drain. I didn't have to wash the bathtub out. Oh, but he said, no, you got to wash that bathtub out. I don't care what you do. And he would just scream and holler at me.
And you would think he was the worst person.
I did.
But you see, he has those things. And see, that's what, when Melanie said that she was in a relationship and she got out, and then she brought in a roommate, what my mind was screaming was, no, you got another relationship. Because that's what I'm saying, we have to look at it, not just, when we deal with everybody, some more deep than others, but it's still, we relate.
Yes.
We relate. But I want to ask something. They said, because we got started later, they said the food is ready. So I want to ask if it's okay if Mama Betsy and Papa Joe, if we could get our food and then continue to talk with us as we eat.
That's fine.
That's okay. So what we're doing, I was thinking, all of us might be able to fit around this round table.
That little tight, David.
I agree, I agree.
I'm gonna take this off. Okay, well, all right.
I'm glad you gave me that.
Okay, just bring me one.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
But yeah, but JB, you know, you're right. You know, sometimes we don't, every person you encounter and continue to see, that's a relationship. You know, it's an associate.
Right.
You know, even if it's just your neighbor next door. You know, if they come by one time and borrow a cup of sugar, you know, you've established a relationship. Because now you're telling that person, guess what? It's okay to come over here and get sugar when you ain't got none. Okay? Though every little thing you do to other people, you can't assume they're gonna see it the same way you see it. Just because you let them do it. You have to set your standards at that point. Yeah, I got some now, but you know what? I don't know if I can do this in the future. Oh, I did this for you now. You might have to go someplace else. We ain't saying things like that to people. I know you don't, Fareed. But we have to set our standards.
And I have to tell people at a lot of times, you know, I think a lot of people forget that there's only one God. You know, and a lot of people don't realize the same God that does for me will do for you.
Exactly.
but you know,
And you don't come and ask me to solve your problems, because I can only solve my problems. But you know, if you really need help, God's gonna send you somebody there to help you. You know, a lot of people say that you have to ask for it. No, not all the time. You pray to God what you need, and He will send that person to help you. Because a lot of times, I might have extra money in my pocket. And you know me, I see somebody standing in the train that they're looking like, you know, they might not have enough to get on the train. I walk up to them and say, are you all right? You need help get on the train? And they say, oh yeah, sure, you know. Now you on the train and you asking for money. You know, you're already riding the train. What you need money to get on the train for? And people be, either they'll hold their head down, or they'll be looking in their pocket. I be telling them, no, I don't give man's money. And they walk up to me plain and simple, I don't give man's money. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. People go, oh, I ain't got no money. No, don't lie to them. Just say, oh, I don't give man's money.
That's
Or
right.
I don't give money to people on the train, because you ride the train, so why don't you give money to
But he's got a point. You know, sometimes we do stuff without thinking about how we're doing it. And then we found ourselves in a situation we didn't plan to be in, you know? And you know, and that's as simple as somebody coming to your door, knocking on the door, saying, you know, and I had this happen to me in Chicago. Lady walked up with a little kid, and she looked so, you know, my car broke down. She knocked on my door, opened the door, my car broke down the street, and I ain't got no money, I ain't got no gas, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. She said, I just need a couple of dollars to get on the bus and go someplace, you know. And I was like, okay. And then I gave her $10, you know, I didn't know, I just gave her $10, and then went down the street, I got in my car, and here she is knocking on somebody else's door. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm just saying, see, and I just did that because I didn't think about it, I just responded.
Yeah.
And I could have said, ma'am, I tell you what, if you can wait a few minutes, let me take you someplace where I can get, you don't have to go through this. You go to a shelter. I mean, there's things we can do without being so reactionary real quick, you know?
We can keep talking and just get your.
The other day,
Hey, Sherry, how you doing?
the other day I went to the bank to close the money. I saw a man going to the bank, and the man asked me for some money.
Pull up to the table,
So
Mel.
then when I came back, I saw him on his way something. Then I looked at him, he was smoking cigarette. I said, sir, I don't give money to people who smoke cigarettes.
Exactly.
Like, hey, you think that no money.
I mean, you don't do something for somebody that you don't do for yourself, you know? Okay.
One more thing.
I still here.
Okay, well, next weekend,
I still here.
But JB, thank you for bringing that, because you know what? I like Sanford and Son, but I never correlated the relationship part of that. So that's really, you know.
There's some sauces here too, you know, that barbecue sauce, and
Okay.
stuff, if y'all need some.
Melanie.
Miller got one.
Oh, she do? Where? Well, let's talk
No,
to
no,
Joe.
right here.
Let's go to Mama Bessie. Talk to Joe.
Oh.
Where you sit, Mama Bessie?
I sit right here.
Oh, okay. Here, is that police in the Melanie?
Yeah.
Police in there. I think he said that was Melanie.
Yeah, that was Melanie. Yeah, said that.
Yeah, is everybody here? Okay, we gonna have Grace, come on, baby.
Uh-oh.
And we got a little gift for them too.
Here we go. Father God, our Lord, our Savior, our all in all. We thank you, we honor you, and we bless you. We thank you for having blessed us. We thank you for the food that you provide for us. Thank you for sanctifying and purifying, giving it to us for the nourishment of our body. And for all those who have a part in making this food available, we pray for them, blessings and salvation. We thank you so much again for all of our sins. Forgive us. May we continue to love, to care, to have right relationships with one another. We love you. Amen.
Amen. I'll bring some napkins.
I'll bring you some. Body needs silverware, and we have napkins.
You got some ranch, you got some. What's that food you eat? You got two different kind of ranch if you want. Sweet, got some barbecue sauce, and some sweet. That's hot. You like them hot? I'll take the ranch, the green. You got green ranch, sweet. Sweet and sweet. Sweet.
So, Mama Betsy and Papa Joe, y'all gonna let us know the high as well as the low points of the relationship.
Yeah, I gotta go with there, you definitely have to, communication.
But you know something, those, I call those growing pains. Because as we grow, we make noise. You know, the plants make noises when they grow.
Yeah.
And everything makes noise when it grows and it stretches. You know, the snakes come out their skin and get new skin, you know. And so
We cut teeth.
yeah. And so sometimes, you know, in that process of growing in another direction, we just got to make sure the people that are around us and in our lives understand what that growth is all about.
Right.
That's like you said, communication.
And see, and in communication, then we have to have honesty, respect, kindness, and, yeah, very, very much so.
Yeah.
And, so when you put all those things together, then you can get the understanding, okay? Because people are who they are. You have to respect the person for who they are. And you don't just swap somebody over the head to have them believe or think what you think. When you approach people with love, with kindness, and respect,
Right.
then you can help them, and I mean, you share with them so they can help and change themselves, because we can't change other people.
Right.
People change themselves. And I think that we have to ever be open to growing and to learning. And we do that, again, by communicating.
Exactly.
And all of that is wrapped up in love. Love is the answer to all things. So, different things come up, and it's just like you're making a cake. Love has ingredients. So, according to what the situation is, that's the ingredient of love has to be applied to that particular issue.
I can be able to play and sit with us.
Oh, we're good, we're gonna clean up a little bit, I never made pound cake, if y'all like pound
All
cake.
right.
Okay.
You'll enjoy it,
I
yeah.
thought you all were gonna eat with us, and
Well,
that was like
we
cleaning
were
up this thing up.
snacking, we shouldn't we? We were
So we
snacking
just-
while we were cooking, so.
I just want to say, how many years it's been since y'all been with us?
Oh, that eight of them?
Yeah, and you and Dennis have been doing a fabulous.
Yeah.
You feel like we miss
Yeah,
him.
you
How's he
bring
doing?
Munchie and those
He's
others,
fine.
we appreciate it
He
every
is
time.
fine.
Well,
And she's a poster child for Forever Young. You're forever young, you
Lord,
know.
no.
She and Joe get on that motorcycle, they're just gone, you know.
She goes camping, well, we're Facebook friends, and she goes camping and all that good stuff, so get that fresh
No,
air.
yeah, you know, I have to tell you, Scott, I just turned 60.
Oh,
So,
wow.
You're
and,
still a young baby.
well, no, somebody was saying, oh, you don't look 60, and I said, well, you know, if my inside didn't feel 60, I'd be better. So I was telling Ellen that, and I said, you know what? She said, I know how you feel. I don't care how I look anymore. And I don't even care how I feel. I just wish I could remember what I had for breakfast.
Oh.
Don't feel bad. I go to the kitchen and I go back to the
No
bedroom to figure out what I went to the kitchen for.
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely.
So I know
Well, we just want to say that we know that holiday season is amongst us. It's just
Okay,
a
I'm
little
going to
small
say-
token.
No.
I'm trying to get her here.
79.
Amateur. You didn't need to do that. Oh,
It's a little something here for you and Dennis.
well, aren't you
Wow.
nice?
89?
But then there's also
Wow.
something in here for all of you,
Okay.
even your auntie,
Okay.
and then for Dennis, and for
Jamie.
Janie,
Okay, I'll tell her.
and Kurt.
Well, so nice of
Thank you all
you.
so much.
Can
for
I
what
open
you
it?
do.
Or do I have to wait till Christmas?
You can open it. It's just something of a small token saying that we love you and we want to brighten up your lives. That's what those other cards.
Oh, cards, those are beautiful. I always get them. That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much.
And I'm so
Thank you
happy, so glad to have my husband here with me. This is what, the second time.
And guess how long they've been married now?
2 months?
I mean, the other one's gone away. But then if he was here, it wouldn't be the other one. Yeah, let me tell you what he said.
Have you hit
Let me
40?
tell you this though. He said he gonna trade me in 51 more years. And he gonna get 250. I said, okay, when you get the 250, I'm gonna get a ball and a chain. I'm gonna put one on your left and one on your right. So they can't run off and leave you. And then he said, you're not gonna have nothing to do with it. I said, yes, I am. Okay, now guess, how long you been married?
Oh, 35.
54.
54?
54 years.
That's pretty darn good.
It really is.
See, yes, it is.
It's right. It's phenomenal.
See, you were 6 years old.
Yeah. And you were what, 13? Well, what are all these goodies?
Those
you
are
just did
something to
tonight?
brighten up your life. Do use them.
Okay.
And there's an extra battery in the back as well. Because you light up lives.
This be really lit up. This is
Oh,
so pretty.
cute.
Put it around your neck and wear it
Oh,
all.
cute.
All this you can wear every
You
day.
know who else? We have a little niece. Who's
Yes.
3. She's gonna eat this up. We'll have to
Oh,
take one to her.
yeah.
That's so cute.
And her name is Shell for
Yeah, yeah, my mom had one too. Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's what these are. That is so cute.
That's
Thank
the
y'all so
appreciation.
much. Thank
We
you so
love
much.
y'all so
But you know
much.
what? And you know, I just say all the time, you know what? If I can be like this, I'm 63. I'm 63 right now. But you couldn't get me on a motorcycle. You couldn't get me on anything that moves faster than I walk. But I really admire your energy and I appreciate your generosity.
It's probably foolishness is what you shouldn't.
I feel on the sideline, watch those Bluetooth and say, I don't get on either.
But you're fantastic. You're a great example of just energy. I mean,
She's
you know,
very good, yeah.
just energy. I went to visit my mom for Thanksgiving. She's 81 now, you know. And it was just so good to see her being healthy, moving around and doing her own thing. She said, I don't want anybody staying with me. I can do my own thing. Don't even call me that much. I'm fine, okay?
You know what the secret is
Yeah.
the secret is you get old, but you have to develop strategies for coping.
Exactly.
Right? Doing it a different way, because you know, and like between the two of us, we both have terrible memories. So between the two of us, we can usually kind of keep our
Yeah, you know.
You just
So
kinda-
really what you're saying is since this is the most healthy relationship we were
Okay.
talking about,
Yeah,
we have to learn how to relate with yourself.
absolutely. Yeah, you have to know what you
And
can do
you
and what you
accept that
can't.
relationship with others to help you out in the
Amen.
places where you.
Yeah,
But he has helped me out all the
And
time.
you know what? And I don't think you could have been married 54 years if y'all weren't walking at the same pace. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, right,
They-
right.
One's not running ahead of the other. You take time to, communicate and share, And so each of you always know where each other is, in this whole process.
That makes
Yeah.
it sharing,
It does.
communication, understanding, acceptance, forgiveness, all of that.
The worst phrase in a relationship is, I didn't think you needed to know.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a horrible phrase.
Yes.
That demeans the person that you're with because How do you know? Let them make their own judgment about what they need to know. You bring it to the table, you let them hear it and whatever, and then let them come to their own conclusion. But to tell somebody, I didn't think you needed to know, that's not fair to the next person, you know? That's not fair to that person.
Be honest and be true.
Just open up, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, no.
My husband's deceased, and you know what his last words
What was
were?
that?
Babe, I got to go, but I'll be waiting at the river to help you across.
Oh, wow. Isn't that beautiful?
What a man.
And what a way to go.
What a-
Yes.
And I know it makes you feel so much, oh,
Oh,
God.
yes, that is so
You know
precious.
what I'm saying? So those little bitty things we always hold on to.
You're right.
Those precious moments, you know, and we need to sit back sometime and remember those precious moments in our lives. We get so caught up in all the other craziness,
Oh, yes.
but we need to just remember those precious times. That gets you over the hump. It does.
So there'll be some extra chicken and rolls if y'all want to take.
And you probably never saw a group this small with us, you
No,
know.
but I guess it's the
That's
holiday.
what I've never
And you know, we got the checks today, you know, a lot of them got their checks
Yes,
today.
yeah.
And I understand that, you know.
Things happen, so that's all right,
Yeah.
so,
So,
yeah.
But again, tell
They
Dennis
just
we
go
said
from
hello.
that and his.
I will.
And enjoy every day of this holiday. and
You
this
too,
year.
you
Know that we
too.
love you and bless
Thank you
you.
so
Yes,
much.
because we won't see you till the new year, but Happy New Year!
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas and Thanksgiving every day. Thanks,
And
thanks.
Auntie, you take good care of yourself, okay?
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah. Let's go
Right.
clean up a little bit.
Be blessed.
Mom Bessie, how did you make your relationship last this long to last 4 years? What did you do what did you do to make it last that long like that?
Well, it's been a growing process. And I think one of the main
Thank you.
issues in it was that when I met my husband, I was engaged to a young man. And I was engaged to him because he loved me so much, so I said, well, if a man loved me this much, I can grow to love him. I wasn't really in love with him, okay? So I met this young man, and he, later told me that he accepted me first sight, and that he knew that I was the answer to God's prayer. And the first night that we ever really had, real communication with one another, just, like pure friendship. We had gone to church, and the way we got to church, he was the man who gave the transportation to everybody. He had to take maybe like 5 carloads of people to church, and the church was at 9 o'clock at night because we all worked 7 days a week. So when we went to the boardwalk, we talked about everything. We talked just like all of us talking now. We've been knowing each other. And then I'm just knowing him like 1 week, because I've been there, 1 week. And by the end, we went out a couple of times when, during the summer, that I was still remember that I was, engaged. And then when at the end of the summer, it's like, well, we really love one another. And then I tried to give the ring back to the young man. It took him a whole year before he accepted the ring because he said it was just a spring fling. Well, I guess in receiving, accepting, and love, I look back, to my past, because I came up in a home and a family where if there was any trauma, drama, and fighting, and disrespect, and divorces, and 5 and 6 and 7 marriages, and so I said to myself, when I get married, I want a man who's going to love me and respect me.
Right.
And I had said that I was going to get married when I was 18. And I was going to start having 10 children. I wanted 10 kids. Well, I didn't meet Joe until I was 23, I think it was. And as I said, I was already engaged. Then we got married. We had Tony. And after I had Tony, I said, oh, Lord, are you sure I'm parent material? So I forgot about that, having, 10 kids. I did have a daughter who was deceased, and then I had 1 miscarriage, but now he always asks me, where are my other 8 kids? I said, I don't know you. He never consented to adopting a kid. So I think the thing that has stood the whole time was that in the beginning, from the very beginning, he was a man who showed love. He gave me respect. He was kind, true to his word. when he came, at the end of the summer, when he came to Atlanta, going back to Florida, because he was from Florida, I was from Georgia, we met in New Jersey. Then my mother, accepted him at first sight, whatever. And that second year when we went back, we talked and shared with one another, and then he said he wanted to invite me to Florida to meet his parents. And so we did. And so we went to Florida to meet his parents, meet his mother. We left, and he was taking me back to his girlfriend's house, and his best girlfriend had lived here in Atlanta. She had finished Marshbound College. So we went there, and then when we left, he said, "Oh, I forgot something. I have to, I have to go back." So we went back to his mother's house, and he went down the hall, the room, or whatever. Then he came back up to the living room, and then he got down on his knees, and then he put the ring on.
Wow. Was that in front of some other people too?
No, just the two of us.
Okay.
His mother had gone to bed, and so the rest of his history, we have just grown into understanding, relationship, love, togetherness. It's like the cement is put down, and the cement get down, it's hard. But like all of the walking on it and all of that.
But what are some of the things that just irks you about Papa Joe? Papa Joe, what's some of the things about her just irks you?
Ooh,
And then what do y'all do to get through it?
We'll put top of the line
Okay.
is forgiveness,
Who?
forgiveness,
Okay.
tolerance,
Mhm.
erasing and forgetting, because, for instance, all of us, in a sense, when we're in relationship with anybody for any length of time, there'll be something that hurt one another.
Right. I'm saying, what is it, if y'all don't mind sharing, what is it that
I'm gonna tell you
people...
what it is.
Okay, what is it,
I
Papa Joe?
irk him one all the time. I call myself the chick,
Mm-hmm.
chicken.
But first of all, see, my problem is I trained.
Y'all got a new word, man, okay?
But she was hard. It took me 53 years to get her trained. I say she's hard headed because one thing that really impressed me was anything I can think of being on time. Time doesn't mean anything.
That's where that come from.
But we noticed today she was on time, Papa Joe.
But the reason I say she's hard headed because it took 53 years to get her trained. But I could never get her trained to be on time.
We get to church on time, don't we?
No.
Because when I go with you, I have to be on time.
That's one thing that really blows me about it.
So Papa Joe, you wouldn't say, because a lot of people say this about me. They say, oh, that's just the military in JB. Did you think it's because of the military in you, or it's just that she just don't be on time?
Well, I don't try to deny it. Because even when I'm aiming to be on time, and I would be on time, but whatever, some other things come up in between, so.
So Papa Joe, so how do you deal with that if you harm her? When you know she's irking you by not being on time, how do you deal with
I
that?
guess because you've done it so long, you just adjust.
So you just know that it's just her?
Yeah, that's just
But you know what?
Just understand it's that love.
Yeah, and you just gotta, say that's just part of their personality, Because, I'm gonna tell you something. You ever stand by the door waiting on somebody, and they say, we're gonna go somewhere at 3 o'clock. 3:15, they still walking around the house. 3:20, they still walk around the house.
That's a good question. Papa Joe, have you ever left her?
oh, sure.
On Sunday morning, he'll tell me, he said, I'm going out the door, I'm gonna leave you. So, well, you left me church a couple of times, whatever. You left me place.
And when you got home, what'd you say? Why'd you leave me?
Oh, yes, let me tell you what he did. In Germany,